Now, all this week we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Tyne Tees Television with a series of special features to mark the occasion. Last night we saw how the station began with a strong flavour of light entertainment, but also some powerful documentaries and news programmes.
Well, in tonight's feature, we're looking at the way Tyne Tees reflected the 1970s in the North East. And as Rob Williams reports, it was a time of continuing change, but also one of considerable achievement across the region, not least in the world of football.
Tyne Tees Television, Channel 8.
For anybody in Sunderland, the defining moment of the 1970s was the FA Cup win for their team in 1973, and Tyne Tees gave it full coverage.
What were your feelings at the end of the match today?
Just like I felt in 1937 when they won the cup.
What have you got to say to the people who said Sunderland didn't have a chance?
In 1974, work started on one of the biggest civil engineering projects ever undertaken, the creation of the Kielder Reservoir. But creation meant destruction for the people whose homes would disappear under the water. The project was enormous, designed to supply water to the industry of Teesside. (1976), and Tyne Tees was on hand for another big project, the creation of the Tyne and Wear Metro. Our cameras caught the first models, the work on miles of tunnels, and the first test runs of the new trains, although at the time they were called trams.
We had joy, we had fun.
For many, though, 1976 will be remembered for one of the hottest summers ever. On the beaches, thousands enjoyed a Mediterranean climate without leaving home. But Tyne Tees was also there to record the more worrying effects of the heat wave, like the drying out of Derwent Reservoir.
I am sailing, I am sailing home again.
On to 1977. It was Silver Jubilee year, and the Queen came to the North East. Tyne Tees marked the moment with a huge outside broadcast, advances in technology meaning that things were possible now that couldn't have been dreamed of a few years before. Tyne Tees cameras actually joined the Royal Motorcade. The three-day visit led to a special late-night programme called The North East Greets Its Queen, which featured shots from Her Majesty's visits to Durham and Teesside as well. In May of the same year, the experience gained on the Queen's Jubilee was used for the production of what turned out to be one of the biggest ever outside broadcasts attempted by Tyne Tees as President Carter came to the North East. We seem to go collectively balmy about this man, especially when he said,
"Away the lads! I'm very grateful to be a Geordie now, and I'm deeply grateful at the tremendous welcome that you've extended to me and to the other visitors who've come here from the United States."
Now I'm a Union man, amazed at
royal and presidential visits didn't make the North East immune from the industrial unrest that caused problems for everybody. Tyne Tees showed the rubbish piling up in the streets, the strike by firemen, which led to the army being brought in to fight fires with their green goddesses, and the school children, who didn't seem upset in the least when their schools were closed. It was a different matter, though, for their parents.
It's absolutely awful that children of this age should even know about strikes and be affected. Just fed up with the whole situation, I see no comment otherwise.
What do you think about the school closing?
Magic.
The 70s was an explosion of programme making at Tyne Tees, with the City Road studios and the hundreds of people who worked there producing an amazing list of children's programmes, with some faces who went on to great things, music programmes for young people and adults, and of course the big stars that the North East had developed in a remarkable decade, including, and especially, Lindisfarne.
When you're near me, I get a warm feeling. When you're holding me, I feel the love rushes hanging round me, even when you're gone.
And tomorrow, more unique moments from 50 years of Tyne Tees Television.
Honey, when you're gone.
Great, that, isn't it?
Forget us. You could have had 30
just
minutes
watch
on
all
that
day.
tonight.
Fantastic stuff, that. Well, if you do want to watch them again, or last night's piece, you can see them on the website. Just log on to itvlocal.com/Tyne Tees.
Yeah, it is definitely worth a visit. And there will be more from the Tyne Tees film archives on North East Tonight tomorrow. I wonder what they'll say about the likes of us in 50 years.
Not very much, I wouldn't, I wouldn't imagine.
Oh, he had such a dreadful taste in clothes, didn't he? I'm kidding.
Hey,
Here's Kerry Gosney now with the latest weather forecast.